Do I still have homework that is not done and that's literally due in an hour? Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I'm just feeling so burnt out right now. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chidinma and I'm a junior at DePaul studying public health, and today's video is all about resetting and getting my life back on track after a few flops. Last week, from Wednesday to basically yesterday, I was in Boston and I had a lot of fun in Boston. My cousin goes to med school at Harvard, so I wanted to see her because I hadn't seen her in a year, and we are very close. She's like my older sister. My flight was supposed to be yesterday at 5 a.m., but I slept through it and I didn't get to fly again until 7 p.m. So I was at the airport in Boston for over 12 hours. I didn't get home last night until 10:40 and I didn't go to bed until 1. So it's been a time. I'm over it, you know. Did I spend like $200 extra to stay in Boston? Yeah. Do I still have homework that is not done and that's literally due in an hour? Yeah, but sometimes you gotta put yourself first. Right now it is 8:37 and I have my first class, which is epidemiology, at 9:40. I made my breakfast. We just have some oats with PB Fit and hazelnut sauce. Usually I like to eat my breakfast at home, but I really don't have time and I need to get to campus early so that I can go to the library and do some work for epidemiology that is literally due at 9:40. So I'm gonna leave in about 10 to 15 minutes. Today's DIY drink is going to be an iced chai latte with pumpkin cold foam. I have been making my own drinks for a few weeks now and it has saved me a lot of money. I've also been making my own pumpkin cream cold foam and it's been really good. So I'm excited to kind of branch out and try other types of cold foam like vanilla and maybe caramel. I don't know. This is how I make the pumpkin cream though. So first you're gonna take your heavy whipping cream. I don't measure at all. I just kind of eyeball it. Then I put some almond milk. We don't drink dairy milk in this household. So then I take my pumpkin puree. I got mine from Target, but obviously when I opened it, I put the rest in here. I'm usually pretty heavy-handed with this. Then I add some sugar. We just have sugar in here. And then I twist the top. Only ever this much. I never put more because I don't make this in bulk. Now it is time to make the chai. This is really simple. It's almost like making a cold brew latte. I got these little cups from Amazon. Literally they came yesterday. This is the chai concentrate that I'm using. Ooh. This is about as much chai as you need. I'm not usually this fancy with measuring things at all, as you guys saw, but I'm gonna take the straw and kind of just stir it a bit. That is good. Wait. Oregon chai is actually good. Now it's time to add the pumpkin cold foam. I freeze it just for a little bit, no more than 10 minutes, only to get it to thicken a bit because I'm not using a frother. Oh yes. You know it's thick if it stays at the top and it doesn't sink all the way down to the bottom. You know it's thick enough. Tell me I'm not. Come on. You don't need to go to Starbucks. So apparently the pumpkin spices are cinnamon and nutmeg. I don't know who made that up, but just do a little bit of both. Bone apple teeth. Started off this Tuesday thinking that I was going to go to class. It was nice and sunny and warm outside, and I really felt in the mood to go and sit and lecture and then soak up the sun afterwards. And then I skipped my class. The class that I skipped is epidemiology, which is the study of disease prevention. And every single week we have a new problem set that is due on Tuesday. However, with my trip to Boston and spending time with my cousin, I wasn't able to get around to it. And I didn't want to go to class without the assignment because we do go over all of the answers in that class period. so I skipped. All right, I apologize if it's kind of bright right now. Actually, I should be apologizing to myself because the sun is directly in my face, but I just got a bunch of things done. I didn't go to my first class after all because I just needed to do work. I went to the library and I finished the assignment that I was trying to do. It took me a while because I was distracted by my phone, but I got it done. Handed it in to my professor because she was in her office right after class. Like many members of Generation Z, I have an iPhone addiction and I don't even want to get into how long my screen time is. However, I am very easily distracted by my phone and TikTok and Instagram Reels and whatnot. Because of this, it takes me longer to do assignments because I'm easily distracted and I always have to remind myself that I have work to do. And it sucks because I'm a really stressed person and scrolling through Instagram and TikTok is what gets my mind off of my stress, but it also aids to my stress. All right, guys, so I am back home from school. It's really funny because I did not go to any class today. I didn't go to my first class, and then my second class, which was anatomy lab, got canceled. So I'm gonna make myself lunch. I'm gonna prepare myself the 4-cheese ravioli from Trader Joe's. I usually spend around 2.5 hours at home regrouping after lecture, and then I'm back on campus to do my never-ending amount of homework. I'm grateful that I was able to move back up closer to campus because had I still lived downtown, this would be a nightmare. I am always doing homework for the many classes that I take. I take up to 6, and I'm only saying 6 because I count my anatomy lab as a separate class. And I feel like every time I make a deadline, there is another one that is looming in the background. Because I'm always chasing a deadline, I usually have to pick between getting an assignment in on time and doing something that decompresses my stress. Lately, I have completely been abandoning the gym. I just have not had the time or mental capacity to go and work out. And so I was very grateful that I was able to go this day. I miss the times where I was able to spend 2.5 hours in the gym and just aimlessly work out and talk to people. I feel like now I'm in and I'm out. I do like 4 exercises and then I have to rush home or rush to class. But at least I get the opportunity to work out anyways at a good gym for free. So I'm grateful for that. And these nighttime workouts really do a lot for my mental health. I'm able to really decompress at the end of the day working out. And honestly, it's a lot better than working out in between classes, obviously. Being able to come home right after a workout and shower, do my skincare, do my hair is very comforting. And I really appreciate that about my night workouts. I get to make myself dinner and just decompress at the end of the night, maybe watch something with my roommates. And honestly, that is what is keeping me afloat right now. Is it bad to say that I dread when the sun comes up in the morning? I don't know. I hope it doesn't sound too bad. But for me, it just means that I am back to my mundane schedule. Every day seems essentially the same. I wake up early in the morning and I make myself my little sweet drink. And then I go and I take my commute to campus. Thankfully, I live much closer to campus this year, so instead of a 15-minute train ride, it's more of a 3-minute train ride, but nonetheless, I would much rather not be going on the train to my class. I've never hated school, and I've always enjoyed learning new things, and even now, with this schedule, I still like going to school. However, I just hate my schedule, and I hate my class structure, and I just wish that there was a way for me to learn and take interesting classes without being swamped with homework. All right, guys, so now I'm in the bathroom of the psychology building. I don't know what it is, but I'm just feeling so burnt out right now. And I just finished anatomy. I didn't film it because, my camera's kind of loud and I didn't want to turn it on during a quiet lecture. I wasn't even paying attention. I was actually completing an assignment for that class. And then I just was on TikTok because honestly, my anatomy professor is really sweet. She's a really nice person, but I don't learn anything in this class. It's just hard for me to follow. I think it's the way she talks. I just think everything's really slow and mundane and quiet. We've already missed a bunch of lab days and I'm just not grasping anything in this class. And it makes me kind of sad because I am interested in anatomy and this is a core class that I need to take as a public health major, but I'm not learning anything compared to last quarter in the spring when I took microbiome and I learned a lot and I really enjoyed that class and I really enjoyed lab. So it's just frustrating because I want to learn more than I am, but I'm literally not grasping anything. And then on top of that, I have like 5 other classes to deal with. So it sucks. And I don't understand the structure of this course at all. We didn't have a midterm. I don't know when the final exam is. The lab portion and the lecture portion are like 2 different classes. So I have no clue what's going on. I'm behind on a lot of notes. And this is supposed to be a major requirement course. Anyways, it's around 11:15. My class ended 5 minutes ago. And I am gonna go to the gym because I just need something to help me decompress. And I went last night, as you guys saw, but I do like to go in between classes on the days that I have a longer period in between. So I'm gonna go to the gym now and most likely do a cardio, ab, and possibly an upper body day because yesterday was lower body. So I'll bring you guys with me. On the rare occasion that I get to take an afternoon nap, I always have to wake up and remember that there is still more work to be done. That's why I look so tired in this clip because I had literally forced myself to wake up at like 6 p.m. and go to the library. But of course, I know that I have to sacrifice something, and often what gets sacrificed first is sleep. Every college student knows that you either sacrifice your academic career, your sleep schedule, or your social life when you're in school. It just seems that every time I finish a task, there is another one that needs to be done immediately, and I am behind on so many emails and assignments and different things that I promised different people, and I feel bad because I cannot deliver on it, but I am just so burnt out.